filmfestivalcircuit.com and the director of the Oregon Screams Horror Film Festival. We just had a great event at the Clinton Street Theater on August the 21st. Oregon Screams Horror Film Festival Summer 2022 was a lot of fun. And one of those films in the lineup won the Best International Film Award. We're joined by director Chris Wade. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for coming out.
No worries. Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, it's a really hot day here today, and I'm melting. So yeah, but very happy sitting here to be here.
Melting in England, really?
Yeah, we've had a huge heat wave. It's like global warming, man. It's here. It's getting us. It's getting us kids. We can't even use hose pipes. They've banned it.
Oh my goodness. Well, hey, the heat can get dangerous if you're not set up for air conditioning and ventilation and all that. So stay safe out there, brother. Appreciate you coming on.
Cheers.
So, the film Wuurm, I want to give it away, but I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to let you give the synopsis. But before you do, I just want to say several compliments. I mean, I even had someone that told me easily I can understand why this won an award. Like, this was really good. And not only was it good in a sense that you didn't know what was going to happen, which I always think that's a measure of a good film, and you don't exactly know how it's going to turn out. But for lack of a better word, it was out of the box. I know you shot it, you can talk about that, but people thought that the thinking of the film was really way out of the box. So excellent compliments, coming from the fest. Even other directors have talked about how much they like your film. So good job, Chris.
Thanks very much. Yeah, it's really nice to hear, because my head felt out of a box for a long time trying to get that made. So it feels, the box is sealed and time to move over and do the next one. But this is just, crazy. It keeps, it's our first one. So to have people come back and say they loved it and it was their favorite sort of film in the lineup is crazy. Just crazy. And I appreciate it.
No problem. And for those who didn't get a chance to see it yet, I don't know if it's screening anymore on the circuit, but can you tell us what the film is about?
Yes, so our film is a short horror comedy film. It's 7.5 minutes, about a guy called Barry. He's locked himself in the toilet. He lives with his mum, and he starts to hear voices. And the film's called Wuurm, so I can give away that it is indeed a tapeworm inside him. I mean, it's not at all like scientifically correct, but I'm sure if you have a tapeworm, it doesn't start telling you to kill people. But yeah, that's the aim of the film. And you may or may not have to fight it at the end. That's the premise.
Good stuff. So why this movie? Like, of all the things you could have done, I mean, why put the time, effort, and energy into Wuurm?
I made it with one of my oldest friends from school, and we used to sit at the back of the bus and trade VHS tapes of just like Evil Dead and Bad Taste and like all those films that we were too young to see. Because my parents strictly didn't let me watch horror films until I was like the age of the little certificate on the front of the box. So I remember I bought Die Hard from a shop once, and it was an 18, the third one, and my mum made me take it back, and that was Die Hard, so that pushed me to want to make horror films. And then this is one we've wanted to make for a few years, so it's something we had to get out of our system. That's why it's so silly. It's just like using the sort of camera angles we love and the sort of themes that we loved from those video days, really. So that's what drove us.
What did you learn, good or bad? But I feel like every film we do, every production we do is a little piece of film school for us. But what did you learn during this production?
I learned how to ask for help, I would say. I've been thinking about this a lot recently, like because we're in the stages of doing our second one now. Like this one really, I'm used to doing quite a lot of things on my own, and now I've sort of learned to, if you can put just a message out there that you're doing something, most people want to be part of it and join in. So I think that's what I learned. I definitely couldn't have made this film without other people. It's just like Facebook and stuff, just saying who does sound, who does effects and monster, slime and stuff like that, and people reach out and want to get involved. So I've done that times 10 for this next one, and everyone's coming together for help. So that's my main learn thing. Just stop being so silent and get out there.
Wow. Well, I know you had some challenges on set because of the location that you chose. Without giving
Mm.
away the whole story, obviously, I mean, you talked about it a little bit. How did you navigate that production?
Well, it was the well, so it's probably another learning curve. It was like the stupid thing of saying, I know, let's shoot our first low budget film in one location because it will be easier. And it is, but the part's not set in that room because it cuts away without giving too many spoilers. Like it cuts away to other little, literally 2 second scenes. And I didn't realize how hard they would be just to get into those locations. There's like public toilets and stuff, and people coming in for like a piss when you're filming, and like that's those sorts of challenges. But to actually film in the bathrooms, it's all set in a bathroom. It's just my nan's house. So she allowed us to shoot in her real bathroom with this really cool sort of 80s shell suite while she was at work, and then packing up before she gets back and setting up when she goes off in the morning over 3 days.
Well, let's talk about the future. What do you got going on? You alluded to shooting something else. Is it something along the lines of the Worm storyline, or is it just a brand new idea?
It's a brand new idea, and it's almost there's quite a lot of locations in it. But today, literally, everything's fallen into place. All the locations are booked. Crew, actors, cast, sort of. Worm took so long to make that we're just streamlining this one. So I'm just like bang, 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 get it all done. Went location scouting yesterday. Yeah, I can give you a clue. I can give you a clue what it's about. I've got some props here. So I go through my props box, and you can see what I bought. This is the main thing.
All right, all right.
The film is all about this ball.
Okay.
What else have we got? We got a little stick man made out of lolly sticks.
Okay.
And some yarn, classic film stuff, and a world atlas. So that's all I can say about giving it away.
All right, all right. I got to admit, it's the first time I've ever seen props for an upcoming shoot on one of these interviews. So, when we do the follow up on that one, we'll have to bring the footage back and see. Look, see, this is where all this stuff came from.
Yeah, circle a little red line around it. Still frame.
Good stuff. Well, just for people that don't know you, how did you get started? What was your first step in the business?
Yeah, I basically just classic story, really, of just picking up the camera when I was young and getting used to it and filming stupid stuff and like a stop motion of a towel going across a rail or something and thinking it was amazing, and then putting music to it. And then as I got older, went and studied at uni, started doing videos at a nightclub, doing all their videos. And then, yeah, I had lots of friends in bands and stuff. And that was a whole great world for me to be in. So I started to get into bands and, going out with my friends a little bit more, and stuff like that. So, yeah, we just used to have fun, make videos. When they sort of got like little record deals and label, it was really fun. It was a great world to be in. And then budgets started coming in, starting probably at £50. But then that soon grew and grew, and working with other bands who are a bit more established and stuff, and gave me the opportunity to build sets and cool stuff. So yeah, I'm still doing that stuff, but I'm sort of in the process of doing all that stuff for myself now because I did it for so long for them. So it's nice to take what I learned and yeah, here we are making films in my nan's bathroom. So went up and up and up and up, and then actually I'll just film in nan's bathroom.
That's funny. Well, hey, good stuff, man. You made it happen. And like I said, people are impressed, and that's the most important thing is when it sticks out in their mind, it's different, and it's something that can bring a laugh, but also people can be impressed by how it was put together. And I do want to add that the Portland Comedy Film Festival judges in our horror comedy film category have also selected your film for the fall 2022 screening. So those who couldn't make it to Screams, just look up Portland Comedy Film Festival Fall 2022 at filmfestivalcircuit.com, and they'll get another chance to see Worm. So we'll be playing it again.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I got the email through confirmation of being selected about a week ago, and it was great, you know, to be, because obviously we're in England, so to fly out for it has been a bit difficult, but to know that
Sure.
that's happening twice over there is crazy. So thank you to the judges and everybody that, you know, selected it. I assume that you get quite a lot of people going to the both, don't you? So
Well, that's true in that, and there's a lot of crossover where the Clinton Street Theater itself is an institution in Portland, and they have people who come through and watch a lot of things. They're going there, you know, 3 or 4 times a week. So we definitely have that built-in crowd. But the most of the directors, I don't think there's any crossover as far as the filmmakers are concerned. There may be one other horror comedy film that screened of the, you know, 50 films that'll probably screen that day, 40 something films. So you're going to get some fresh eyes on it for sure.
amazing. Yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, hopefully it makes more people laugh. And yeah, it's I'm really happy. It's just so great to know people are laughing at it. I mean, I wish I just could have been there to see it, you know.
Sure. Well, hopefully, you know, one day we can either get our whole live streaming thing up and going, or we can have you out for a day. And I try not to. As a company, we haven't done the virtual thing and like the format of the festival, but we are working on some things. We're working on a channel that will start showing selected films from the festivals, kind of on a loop, so you can watch. You know, you can sit there for a couple of days and watch all this crazy stuff that our judges see. But we're still working on that a little bit, and just trying to get it all together. But hopefully in the future, things will get a little bit better and we can have you as a guest over here in the US somewhere, whether it be in Austin or Portland or one of our festivals stateside. So
yeah, no, that'd be great to actually be there. Would be awesome. Yeah, I'd love it. Keep me in the loop, and hopefully I can actually make it there in the flesh and not as a digital, you know, image, a hologram.
Your avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Is there anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Yeah, I was just were you at the festival as well? So you saw everything screened, or did you make it?
I couldn't make it myself to the festival. I'm in San Antonio, and my wife recently tore her meniscus and has been in a
Oh,
wheelchair for 3 weeks, and
ouch.
will continue to be in a wheelchair for another 3 weeks, and with crutches. And I just didn't have the coverage to make it. But I talked to several people that were there. I've interviewed at least 12 directors, and then I talked to quite a few people that had attended the show, just long timers. And so I heard about the great reaction. Even one of our directors on another interview specifically named your film as one of the best ones that they saw for the night. So wish I could have been. I couldn't make it. I'll be there for Portland Comedy definitely, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, sorry to hear that about your wife. So I hope wishing her
Thanks.
a good recovery. Yeah, well,
Thank you.
show her Worm if she needs cheering up, you know.
No, I wanted to be able to get some rest. My wife, she kind of leaves the horror film categories to me, but man, she loves comedy, so she's going to end up seeing. Long story short, the entire program. She'll watch the entire program for me to kind of quality control to make sure we don't have any media offlines or anything weird going on when we do the projection. So she'll definitely see it when we show her the comedy lineup.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, well, I hope organizing that all goes well. And yeah, no, it's been great to catch up about it. So yeah, just once again, thanks for having us twice, or all the judges that have sat through it.
No worries. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
See you later, man. I'm still holding this ball, by the way.
All right. Well,